70-degree temps, a little bit cloudy, overcast. There were some rains coming down in the warm-up in the pregame. Nevada on the toss, chose to defer, and Minnesota will be the first to trot out this Gopher offense.
It's interesting. This offense and really this Minnesota team feels like they should be sitting here at 2-0. Nevada feels like they should be sitting there at 3-0. Early on in the season, it's really who can stop beating themselves. There's been some good and some bad. Brosmer looking from here on out through the remainder of the season for it to be all sunshine.
And it'll be Darius Taylor as your starting tailback. Played his first game last week. Dealing with a lot of injuries. He will get the first handoff about halfway to the line to gain on a 1st and 10 run. 14 carries, 64 yards last week, and a touchdown, and a gain of 8 on that first play from scrimmage here from Minnesota. Brosmer tucks and goes, and just short of the first down. Now we got Taylor and Jordan Newman as your backs, and it's Taylor who takes a direct snap, pushing his way, takes the contact, and picks up the first down. That's something we haven't seen from this offense yet this year. All kinds of time to throw, and all kinds of space to work with for Spencer. Elijah Spencer, the big gainer, across midfield, and another first down for the Gophers.
When you talk about layering a throw, this is exactly what you talk about. A nice slow mesh, holding those safeties, holding those linebackers. Look at this ball flip right over that linebacker and right into the pocket of his wide receiver.
Spencer, one of those targets. 80 reception yards coming into today. And Marcus Major now making his first debut of the game. 3 tailbacks already that we've seen. And Nevada jumped.
False start. 65 offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
And again, pre-snap movement. If it's herky-jerky, the officials are going to be all over it. One of the points of emphasis here this year. Brosmer tucks and runs again on 1st and 15. On 2nd and 14. Brosmer again looking to pass. And it's Spencer once again. Trips to the right. Lupin gets the handoff, pushing towards the line to gain. He'll be short. And instead, it'll be the strong leg of Dragan Kesic. A 52-yard attempt. This could be a career breaker. He's got 4 50-yarders in his career, already tied for the program record. 52 on the way, and it is good. A 52-yarder, 5 50-yarders in Kesic's career. The dark skies mentioned that there were some rain coming down before the teams even came out to warm up. It'll be a touchback with Nevada's offense getting a test here for the first time here in Minneapolis.
He especially, we talked to Minnesota defensive coordinator Corey Heatherman. That entire unit knows how special Brendan Lewis can be.
Garlow the third, Patrick Garlow the third.
Number 6, Sigmund Reed.
The tight grab, found his receiver right at the 30-yard line. The flag coming out.
Offside. Defense number 17. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Nearly broken off. The flag's coming in. And the coverage by Ethan Robinson.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Pass interference, defense number 2. That penalty has been declined. Roughing the passer, defense number 91. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
The 3rd penalty for Minnesota, that's Devin Eastern, who arguably had one of his better games last week. Here's a roughing the passer penalty.
And it may not look like a lot, but the referees are going to look for that body weight going on. The quarterback, I do not like that defensive pass interference. That's why I was anxious to see it, but I don't get to throw the flags.
Swinging out to the outside. Over to Marcus Pellin. And another flag there near side.
Holding. Offense number 8. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
10 plays in the game and already 4 penalties. As Garwo gets stopped by Danny Strigo. On 2nd and 15. Lewis pushed out of the pocket, still looking downfield, and has to run out of bounds. Pushed out of bounds by Strigo. Lewis directing traffic, well short. Nowhere to go, 4th down here from Nevada, right at midfield.
Danny Strigo lost contain, and that's back-to-back plays that the Gophers have lost contain. Now it was 3rd and forever, so it really didn't matter. Lewis throwing on the run there. Of course, there was so much room to work that there was really no shot of that route reaching the first down, but they have got to figure out how they can contain quarterback Brendan Lewis.
Now, Corey Parrish is back to receive this punt. There was a question about who would get that starting duty. Quentin Redding with a lower leg injury out for the season, announced by Minnesota in the pregame. And Parrish, the talented freshman.
Wide receiver Daniel Jackson, wide receiver 1, 85 yards and 2,000 receiving yards in his career. For Nevada linebacker Tongiaki Matealona, a heat-seeking missile. Talk about putting your body on the line, just watch out for number 36.
Coaching staff and his teammates call him Naki. So now that you've had the first reference on
yeah.
it, we call him Naki too.
I was hoping you would be up first.
There's Marcus Major. With Minnesota backed up against it. It was a really good punt there by Nevada. Okay, so it's 2nd and 10. Out of the end zone, Boersner gives it to Taylor. And that's something, as a pass catcher, that he has been relying on a little bit more heavily this year.
Absolutely. Now, last year, again, he only played about half the season without injury, but it is very clear that through spring and training camp, he worked on catching the football out of the backfield. You never want to put too much on the plate of a true freshman. Last year it was, hey, number 1, run the rock and run it well, and he did that, but always great to see a guy adding tools to his game.
A gain of 8, so now 3rd and 2. To give you perspective, Taylor had 11 catches last year, as you mentioned, in the shortened season. He's now got 5 catches. And not even 3 complete games. Trying the ankle tackle, Taylor nowhere to go. 4th down.
This Minnesota offensive line has been porous throughout these first 2 games and some change here today. They're held to a different standard because they are the Minnesota offensive line, and they're always going to be one of the biggest lines in college football. But there are definitely a lot of things to clean up. They have not been dominant the way that they are expected to be so far this season.
Marcus Pellin back to receive for Nevada. Mark Crawford, the 30-year-old punter from Minnesota. 6 punts, averages about 46 yards per punt, and a fair catch call right at the 39-40-yard line. Lewis again to throw. Gets it off in time. Picked off by Minnesota's Kerry Brown. The 6th takeaway of the season for this Minnesota defense.
Josh Joyner, the defensive end, putting his face mask right in the chest of quarterback Brendan Lewis. He just cannot get a clean pass off when you've got 17 sticking you. And Kerry Brown tips, overthrows, or quarterback getting a helmet in his chest. You got to take advantage of that. That is a dream as a safety. When that ball gets tipped up or hit up, you got to come down with it.
First career interception for Kerry Brown. 5 interceptions by 5 different players this year. So great field position on the 45. Boersner can have a cup of coffee. No one coming there to even dirty up his jersey. Pass completed to Daniel Jackson. Roseman's a perfect 4 for 4 in the air, 58 yards here so far. Taylor. Ooh, the big game. Jackson again with his feet, the hesitation. Down to the 10-yard line, still on his feet, and brought down at about the 6-yard line. What a play for Minnesota.
Let your big guy get in front of you, but I understand Daniel Jackson eager to get into the end zone. But if he throttles it down right here, oh, look how hard Greg Johnson is working. Help out your lineman, Daniel Jackson. Help him out.
Frank Bierman in motion. Roseman over to Taylor. Takes the contact, gains even a yard. After contact, it'll be 2nd and goal for Minnesota. Second and goal for Minnesota. Roseman looking end zone to the back of the end zone. Incomplete. His intended receiver, Jamison Gears, who's got the height and got the hops, but the throw a little bit off the mark. First incompletion for Brosmer, 6 of 7. Marcus Major, now you're back. Trips to Brosmer's left. And he's looking that direction. Slings it over to Spencer. And a good tackle. Chad Brown there for Nevada.
That is one of the toughest tackles to make in football. When I am squared up with you and I can only give up 2 or 3 yards of room, fantastic play by Chad Brown. I've bragged about cornerbacks all across college football, and Nevada's duo is honestly up there with anyone's.
What would you know about cornerbacks?
A little something, something, you know.
On 4th down, it's a 21-yard try for Dragan Kesic, who already has a 52-yarder here today. And a chip shot today for Kesic. He's a perfect 2 for 2, and Minnesota jumps ahead 6-0. The first meeting between these two schools. Nevada has beaten a couple of Big Ten teams, but never won on the road. And Kesic with another kick into the end zone and a touchback.
Picking up right where they left off a week ago. Over a course of 5 series, there were 4 takeaways that turned into 17 points. And you've already seen today they have not slowed that down one bit.
Savion Red gets the call. Pickup of about 3. And brings up 2nd down. Kerry Brown, who had the interception. First takeaway, an interception of the day, makes the play there.
Kerry Brown already just this first quarter has shown his full tool of tricks. Middle of the field safety, he gets the interception, and right there just smacking Savion Red just past the line of scrimmage.
Talked about the addition of Corey Heatherman, and you know, when Joe Rossi left to be the defensive coordinator at Michigan State, it was important for PJ Fleck to find a guy that has some of the same defensive philosophies that Minnesota has had in previous years. Direct snap to Red, and he's going.
And to that point, Lisa, every defensive coordinator under PJ Fleck, as we see Maverick Baranowski not being fooled by the quarterback motion out of the formation there, every defensive coordinator under PJ Fleck in his tenure here has stemmed from the Greg Schiano tree. And while every coach is going to run things a little bit differently, it helps with continuity year to year when that rock is still the same.
3rd and 7 for Nevada. So he hasn't really used his feet much here today. Gets the ball knocked. He's in trouble. Scrambling and finds his receiver, and it's a 1st down catch for Nevada. A gain of 8 yards.
Look at Jalen Logan Reddick. That's number 97. He's going to pop that ball out. And to Brandon Lewis's credit, he is not rattled. He is not phased at all by that. The ball pops right back up into him, and his receivers never stopped working. The
36-yard line here for Nevada. Red gets the call. Pushing it out to the outside. Red, so strong. The Texas transfer field goals into touchdowns. Something on short yardage situations Minnesota hasn't been able to do the last couple of weeks. Shiftiness for Brendan Lewis, a flag coming in the back.
Number 2, Lewis, the ball carrier.
Holding. Offense number 70. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down. Timeout on the field for a defensive injury.
Tackle. Timeout, and that's left tackle Isaiah World. The left part of your screen.
And whenever you see those shoulders get completely twisted as he tosses someone to the ground, they're going to throw that flag.
Red, who had the big run, gets only 3 on that attempt. Second and 17 here for this Nevada offense. For 89 on the ground. Second and 17. Brendan Lewis and Nevada electing to throw it. Lewis, dual threat quarterback. We haven't seen him do this. Well, it's 3rd and 10. Empty set here for the Wolfpack. Nevada's going to go for it. Right downfield, a one-handed grab. And what a grab it is. Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith. Cortez Braham, 2 of the receivers already over 200 receiving yards here this year. The pressure's coming. And the release point to Garwo, the 3rd, over the near sideline, brings up 2nd down. Now this play of the drive here coming up. Red has been big on this drive. Still short of the first down, brings up 3rd down. Pressure's coming by this Gopher defense, swallowing up that pocket, and on the move, Jack Henderson is chasing, and all Brendan Lewis could do was that. Henderson so versatile. He called him, I think, what, a Swiss Army knife?
That's exactly what he is, and he rushes off the edge here. And while Brendan Lewis is used to getting outside of these defensive ends, look at Henderson just eat up that angle, say, no, 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 no. I'm a nickelback, not a DN. I can keep up with you if I got the right angle.
Second year at Minnesota for Henderson. Mentioned the pick 6 that he had last week against Rhode Island, took it 25 yards. But a 42-yard attempt by Matthew Killen. First time as a place kicker here this year. Killen, the kick is partially blocked and well low. And so a missed opportunity here for Nevada. By the way, Darius Taylor is credited for partially blocking that field goal attempt. But we needed like a microscope to see who got a piece of it.
You're going to see Anthony Smith and Danny Striegel right there.
92.
The ball, we were talking, Lisa, great aim by the kicker, right between the hands, or rather the forearms. Nicked it just enough. It was Danny Striegel there on the left who was credited with the block. But fantastic effort by both him and Anthony Smith.
Nelson Ropati finishing the play for Nevada against Darius Taylor. 3rd and 12.
Offside, defense number 8, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Against Georgia Southern, something that really made Jeff Choate hot in addressing his team in and out. The intended receiver. Remember, the first punt for Mark Crawford was 46 yards, right about at his average. Bellin with the fair catch call. Right now, Minnesota opens up with 4 straight home games. The first time since 1987 that they'll do that.
Defense, which has been par for the course this season, is holding firm. They certainly could use some help from the offensive side. In Nevada, it's the flip. Offense needs to help out.
Garland takes it. And push back. He's still got about 3 yards left to go. It's a gain of 3. Coleman Bryson.
0. Brendan Lewis able to spin out of Aiden Gooseby, and Jack Henderson, I see that right hand near horse collar, but Lewis has his hand and Henderson's face mask. I guess both referees just let that one go. He can do everything, Lisa. He can line up everywhere. I will say it again, he's the key to this defense.
Parrish again in the replacement in the punt return position for Quentin Redding with a lower leg injury, a season ender that he suffered after the first punt last week. Here's Parrish with his second attempt here today. He's going to try to go, and Parrish, so athletic, he's speedy, shifty, gets brought down just shy of the 40-yard line. A couple of field goals has been the difference here so far. A 52-yarder and a 21-yarder by Kesich here from Minnesota. That's been the only score. Play action. Brosmer to the middle of the field, and he's found Elijah Spencer a few times. The fourth catch of the day, the gain of 13 here from Minnesota as they move the chains. 3 receivers today for Brosmer. You mentioned week 1. He shared the wealth a little bit to 9 different receivers, 12 different receivers last week. Marcus Major, your tailback on this possession, crosses over the 45-yard line. Drew Watts making the tackle, a gain of 5. 6-0 advantage, Minnesota over Nevada. A look at Jeff Choate. Trying to fire up his team and put some sort of stranglehold on this Minnesota offense, looking to drive down the field. 2nd and 5 coming out of the timeout. Brosmer looking deep downfield, pass caught by Brockington right at the 25-yard line. Lemeki Brockington, a big catch for his first catch and a gain of 19.
And that's a big-time throw. Big-time throw, big-time catch, again finding that soft spot in the zone. Brosmer showing how intelligent, patient he can be.
Well, Brock, good news for Minnesota is that man's back in. It is Darius Taylor. He gains about 5 on that run, so he's back after going into the medical tent. Thomas Whitty with the tackle. 112 yards on first down plays.
Another opportunity for them to finish a series here.
That's been their problem. We've seen it, especially in short yardage situations. Brosmer looking for the fade route. It is intercepted and caught in the back of the end zone by Keyshawn Cobb. His first pick of the season.
Christian Driver, the wide receiver, did not expect that football coming. Watch how long it takes number 4 to look for the football. The cornerback will always have an advantage if he is ready for the football before you are. Brosmer threw that ball, and you see Christian explaining his case to his wide receiver coach, Matt Simon, right there, and his head coach, PJ Fleck. He's going to be special, but that rep right there is a regret for him.
So an opportunity here for this offense. Brendan Lewis using his legs this time. Only a pickup of 1. It showed in his previous head coaching staff had recruited him initially in Alaska in high school. 3rd and 9, though, for this Nevada offense. The Wolfpack 2 and 5, 2 of 5 in 3rd down opportunities here today.
Jayonte McMillan on the field now in a role that Justin Wally would normally be playing with the 24 out there.
It's Lewis intercepted again and picked off the 2nd pick by Kerry Brown. What can Brown do for you? How about a couple of INTs? That's what.
Credit to Patrick Garwo for dragging him out of bounds, but Brendan Lewis staring down his wide receiver. Lowest passer rating in the Big Ten so far was against the Minnesota DBs, and they are picking up right where they left off.
They start this drive on the 16th. And Nevada 16, a rollout by Brosmer. Just out of trouble, finds Taylor right about at the 10-yard line, short of the first down.
This is, again, one of the situations where historically you would expect Minnesota to trot out all their tight ends and a fullback and extra offensive linemen, but they just have not been able to get that punch from B-gap to B-gap. And until then, they're going to have to find a way to get into the end zone through the air, it seems like.
Jackson in motion. Brosmer's got options, and he finds Taylor into the end zone. Minnesota finds the end zone for the first time on the afternoon.
Darius Taylor, you highlighted early on in the first quarter how much he has developed as a receiver out of the backfield, and there it's the best of both worlds. He catches the ball, turns into a running back, breaking a tackle as he crosses the plane.
Kessic for the extra point. Look, Brock, you said they got to find it in the air. Kessic isn't going to give anyone a chance to return any of these kicks. 4 minutes and some change left to play here in the first half. Garwood the third, Patrick Garwood the third. Boston College transfer, gain of 2. There's Lewis surveying down the field, and pass is complete to Cortez Braham Jr. He's been a reliable target for him, over 200 receiving yards this year.
Holding, offense number 76. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot, second down.
And Brendan Lewis, to his credit, he's standing in there. He's taking tough shots, delivering perfect footballs. But once again, penalties just negate a big game.
Well, you try to hold off John Choi.
I'm up in the booth.
Right up the gut. 13. Empty set here for Nevada. Swinging it out. It's Jalen Logan ready, finishing the play off, a gain of 7, well short, 4th down here for Nevada, forced to punt. Parrish back to receive again, his 3rd punt opportunity. And let this one bounce. It'll bounce out of bounds right around at the 30-yard line. A bit of a 2-minute drill here for Minnesota, Max Brosmer. This Minnesota offense finding the end zone for the first time on the last drive. Now set up shop on the 31. Brosmer has found success with that connection with Taylor.
The sun decided to show up here for the end of the first half, coming out of nowhere.
Brosmer and another first down catch across midfield for Daniel Jackson.
And you love to see this chemistry because this ball is released before Jackson even gets out of his break. Perfect placement, perfect catch by Jackson to make sure that ball does not touch the ground, and they are across midfield.
Jackson entering today by only 3 receiving yards shy of about 2,000. Jackson is his 3rd catch of the game. 2nd and 13. Brosmer tucks and runs across the 40-yard line. About midway to the line to gain. And it for the sideline. And again, Jackson was his target. Now 3rd and 6. Brosmer down the middle of the field, he connects with Kears. And Jamison Kears' first catch is a big one, delivers a first down and a gain of 22.
Jamison Kears finds that seam, and Brosmer looking off that safety and making sure he can get the ball to his guy to where he has enough time to protect himself from that incoming hit.
Brosmer again, a little bit of a fade route, that time to Jackson, and that time a couple of flags coming out with Coates on the coverage.
Pass interference, defense number 3. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Here's in motion. Brosmer looking end zone, shuffles his feet off the target and off the hands of Daniel Jackson. 2nd and goal. Brosmer to Taylor, pushing, fighting, looking for the end zone, finding in the end zone. A Minnesota touchdown, and Taylor's 2nd of the day.
Taylor gets stopped just short of the goal line, but a bunch of 350-pound yellow jerseys start pushing you. It's going to be hard to not get an extra yard.
Also known as the Minnesota offensive line. Everybody just dreads facing just the massive bodies that they present week in and week out. The extra point is good for Kesic. The Kesic big leg. Now they're going to try for a return here. 6 of 10 in the air. Lewis has carried it about 4 times. I'll eat up some clock with the handoff.
Number 5, Garbo, ball carrier.
He always is.
And we have Keaton Crawford back to do nothing with that kick. Another touchback here for Dragan Kesic. The largest deficit that they faced here all season. The first snap here to Brendan Lewis, who swings it out wide, near side.
Pass complete to number 5, Garbo.
To Patrick Garlow, his running back, and a gain of 6 brings up second down.
Correction, number 2, Ethan Robinson.
Ethan Robinson with a little smirk. I know what that smirk means. It's, I got the tackle, but that hurt. That was a heck of a collision. We can hear it up here in the booth.
Started his career at Bucknell. All-Patriot League first team here last year. Third and a couple left to go. Garbo the third, right at the sticks. They'll give him the first down. Nevada with 5 first downs here in this game. He actually got a few starts in his absence at the linebacker spot. A reverse. And Sean Dollars, a little creativity. The first time we've seen that from this Nevada offense. Excuse me, Crawford picks up 6.
Fantastic play design there by offensive coordinator Matt Lubin. But watch Lucas Finney, number 46, staying at home, staying strong, and then forcing the ball back inside. A less experienced defensive end would have ran all the way to the right, leaving that left side of the field wide open.
And Lewis again on the move. Second and 10. Pressure coming. John Joyner got a piece, and Minnesota finishes it off. Baranowski and Henderson. Caught by Red. Head towards the middle of the field, then has to go on the outside and pushed out. Parrish. This year he's had 1 punt return today for 16 yards. Last week we had a 28-yard return. MVP of the All-American Bowl, but they'll let this one drop. They're not giving him many chances there back there. And a punt inside the 10. It's a good one here for Nevada. First opportunity offensively in the third quarter. Taylor with a couple of touchdowns. A flag in the backfield. Minnesota has had trouble holding here this afternoon.
Likely going to be on left tackle.
Offense number 69, half the distance to the goal from the previous spot. First down.
The 4th Minnesota penalty.
And you're going to see Ursary. He whiffs, and he doesn't want his guy to have a free run. You can tell by that body language, he knows immediately. Yeah, they got me. They got me.
He lost his footing, was hoping no one saw him. Tried to compensate. One of the top-graded linemen and one of the top pro prospects there at left tackle. He could be human once in a while.
That's a first-round pick, regardless of the holding.
Max Brosmer, looked at Ursary and said, that could be my left tackle. I'm in.
Sign me up.
Sign my transfer papers now. Pass broken up. Good play by this Nevada defense. And again, Michael Coates, but a flag coming in the end zone.
Back in the end zone, and a Nevada player is missing his helmet.
Connect the dots and the clues.
Now the issue is if it was in the end zone.
After the play is over, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 8, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. It includes an automatic first down.
And that's another Golden Gophers.
Not offensive holding, as all the Gopher fans feared.
Yeah, that's Christopher Ross. That's significant. Now, there have been some personal fouls, unsportsmanlike penalties. You see the helmet on the ground there, and you see him take some swipe. Christopher Ross does. You know, Jeff Choate is going to pull him. Yep, he does.
He's going to be sitting on that bench for a while.
He was, you know, Jeff Choate was pretty direct to us about how he was going to handle some of the unsportsmanlike penalties. Look at this breakaway. Darius Taylor off to the races. One man to beat, got the block, cuts inside. Taylor on his feet. What a run! 81 yards.
Darius Taylor, not known as a speedster, so he knows he has a little more work to go. Nick Callerup, Lemecki Brockington running down there to help him out. He changes his angle, and finally, what probably felt like a 300-yard run, he reaches pay dirt.
The third touchdown of the day for Taylor. The extra point for Kesich. Has talked about Brosmer to us yesterday, said he's been surgical, intent, making quick decisions. And his first time playing at the FBS level, another touchback. An 80-yard, officially an 80-yard score by Darius Taylor. Over to the near sideline, Marcus Bellin making the catch. And let's go back to the touchdown.
Darius Taylor showing off his full gambit of tricks. Nice and patient as a runner. He is so hard to get down on the ground. Steps over one guy, pulls through another. Look at big tight end Nick Callerup saying, hold on, wait for me, buddy. Darius Taylor knows he's not the fastest, but I'm going to cut back, and I have more juice left in the tank than you do. That's a team run right there.
80 yards for Taylor, the longest Gopher run since Lawrence Maroney back in 2005 had a 93-yarder against Wisconsin. Lewis being chased by Smith and a flag coming out.
This pass is incomplete out of bounds as a flag in the backfield.
Pushes him back to 2nd and 11. Quarterback keep. And the ball's loose. Recovered, it looks like, by Lewis. Looking to throw on 3rd down, but he's dropped. Darius Green, the first to get to him, and another sack for this Minnesota defense. So what can parents do if he's given a chance? Let's see if they go to him. Right at the 41, gets tripped up. Let's see how quickly this Minnesota offense can work on this drive. Inside 7 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. Play action, deep downfield, and just overshoots his receiver. That's Daniel Jackson. Marcus Major. Stays on his feet. What a run. Picks up the first down. Rumbling, stumbling into Nevada territory. McKinney finally makes the play, but it's a pickup of 18.
Look at that balance at such a big frame. 220 pounds to be able to stay upright and grab those extra yards.
Minnesota now 325 total yards. It was you that asked that question, and then it was him giving you, first of all, that wry smile before he gave you the answer. He said, I didn't want to, tip my hand too much in the preseason about what we knew we had with Marcus Major. Here's a look for Christian Driver back in, but tackled in the backfield, making the play, Keenan Crawford.
At an expert level than it is about Christian Driver. This is a good move, and a lot of tacklers whiff right here. Crawford comes to balance and able to get Driver on the ground. Driver is a utility tool for this offense. They can hand him off the ball, they can throw him the ball. We'll see if they keep feeding.
Just the second tackle for loss here from Nevada. And it brings up 2nd and 12. We'll see what Taylor can do. Finds that seam, cuts right back towards the middle. It'll be short of the first down. Just about a yard to go. But a brilliant run from Taylor, who's having a career-high day today, a gain of 12. 111 on the day on 9 carries. Oh, yeah, and then he's got 37 yards in the air with a touchdown as well. That'll give Minnesota the first down. Needed one, got a couple. Last week, Brosmer had a couple of impressive 8-minute drives. There was one in the second quarter. There was a 12-play drive at the start of the third quarter. And last week's game against Rhode Island. And this one in the third has been awfully impressive as well.
Daniel Jackson down at the bottom.
Shifting this, there goes Marcus Major. Down the field and use the other guy to punch it into the end zone. He said neither one carries, but another tackle for loss. Wow, he shot the gap. What a play. Brosmer gets sacked. Never saw it coming. Aiden Seuli with the sack. Kessic already with a 52-yarder here today. He's got 5 50-yarders in his career. The 50-yarder on the way. It's got plenty of leg, but it is off the mark. Here in Minneapolis, Brock Vereen, Lisa Byington, Melanie Ricks on the sideline. 27-0 advantage. Anderson was charging off the edge, but the pass is complete to Braham Jr. With 10 seconds left in the quarter, 3rd and inches. Here coming out of that stoppage of play. Lewis calls his own number. It's going to be close, but no, they're going to mark it as a first down. A 2-yard gain on the play. They just needed inches on it. That'll be the final play of
that
the
is
third
the end
quarter.
of the third quarter. Timeout on the field.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Dollar stays in. Now 1st and 10. Positive drive here so far for this Nevada offense. And a positive gain for Brendan Lewis. Dollars again. Heavy lifting here on this drive. It's going to be just short of the first down. Brings up 3rd down. Here's 3rd and 3. Dollars does the job. Dollars cashes in, I guess you could say. They could be. They've lost 3 close games coming into today. They've had their struggles today, but they very well could be 3-0 if things go the other way. Here's Belly, another first down catch, and this Nevada offense, at least on this drive, is just moving down the field. It's a gain of 13. Dollars once again to the right side of the lane. Nevada is a perfect 11 for 11 this year in the red zone. None of those 11 times have gone into the end zone for a touchdown.
Huge part of that is that fade route to either of their wide receivers.
Let's see what they do there. Again, they call Dollars. Hunting down some numbers. And there's got to be some confidence, too, that when you've had that success this year, you get into this area. No matter who the opponent is, you got to have confidence you can get it done. Picked off! It's another one, this time Ethan Robinson. Minnesota's defense in particular. A couple of picks for Kerry Brown, and now the latest Ethan Robinson. By the way, Brock Vereen in our coaches meetings with Minnesota yesterday said Ethan Robinson is a stud. He's put up stud numbers. This is a big-time stud run by Marcus Major. Picks up the first down.
Flag at the end there. Hand probably getting up there in the face mask. But let's go back to this interception. And Ethan Robinson, I was mesmerized watching him play football in these first 2 games.
Defense number 4.
Climbed the ladder there.
15-yard penalty
Carry that
added on to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
20 yards on the play, and then you tack on 15, and all of a sudden Minnesota's sitting on Nevada's 45-yard line. Major brought down. a tackle for loss. McKinney with 5 tackles. See Robinson there on the sideline. 8 tackles for Robinson, a couple of pass breakups, and the 1 interception. That pass is low, tough to handle.
You see Justin Wally undressed next to him. Ethan Robinson, maybe cornerback 1 going forward.
Oh, Darius Taylor, talk about being number 1. Gets tripped up, picks up the first down. And Taylor just keeps on rolling.
After reviewing the play, the runner's knee was down with the ball short of the 35-yard line. Therefore, it will be 4th down with a ½ yard to go.
So 4th and inches with the big back, Marcus Major, 6 feet 220. Well, perhaps Brosmer, that's going to get the call, and Minnesota's going to get the first down. Major with a little shake and bake. A pickup of 4. Brings up 2nd down. Chad Brown with the tackle. The situation that they're in is exactly what Max Brosmer needed. Mangum gets his first carry. Brosmer was always a guy, he said, I was always, 10 pounds too light. Threw the ball 5 yards too short. Inches too short. Look at this. They got to get a play off before a 2-minute timeout. And they do with 2 seconds on the play clock. And again, it's Mangum. And it'll be spotted just short of the first down. We've got a new running back, transfer out of Ohio, and a new quarterback, Drake Lindsey, the freshman quarterback who got some time last week. Under center, flag comes out. Nevada is saying false start on Minnesota.
Offense number 60. Be a spot, still down.
Mangum stopped at the 15, trying to push his way, still getting some extra yardage. Whitty the first to get to him. Bangora, your running back. Back-to-back shutouts for this defense. The final 27-0. Minnesota takes care of Nevada. Back-to-back shutouts here for the Gophers.